Consistency is the currency of credibility. If you are consistent in whatever you do, people are going to trust you. If you do it with intention, you are going to make an impact. And I believe because I was consistent with building programs at WalkGood, it led me back to my passion to being an actor. I almost was going to give up. If God was going to tell me that WalkGood was going to be my life, and that was that, I would have been completely fine with it.
Welcome back to the Art of Rebounding, where setbacks become setups and your bounce back is your breakthrough. I'm your host, Harold Lefty Williams, former pro athlete, motivator, and believer in second chances. Each week, we'll dive deep into stories and strategies built on positioning, persistence, and purpose to help you rise, rebuild, and reclaim your next chapter. Now, this isn't just a regular podcast. This is your chance to rise again, and this time with purpose. Today's guest, he's an actor, phenomenal actor. He actually has a new movie coming out on November 29th. It's called Fake Yourself a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Fake Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Very interesting.
Very interesting name.
Interesting title. Please, I hope I don't obliterate the name. Etienne
You got it.
Maurice.
You said it perfectly.
Oh, thank you, bro.
You said it perfectly. What up, bro? You all right?
Thank you. No, I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
So most of the time, people who come on the show are like genuinely have a relationship with me, or we have mutual friends. And so this seems to be the case. But what I love about the energy is that you come in and one of my guests is my bro, and then you know him. You see, I love that circle.
I mean, bro, I grew up in this industry, so I've seen everybody. And my mom, for those who are just watching, Sheryl Lee Ralph, she would always take me to all the functions, all the events. So I'm like, I feel like I'm Black Hollywood's favorite nephew.
Yeah. Well, she was very pleasant with us because we ran into each other at Abbott's rooftop. I think
That's
it was
right.
there.
It was at Neuhaus, R.I.P.
Yeah.
My God, what is going on? Yeah. But yeah, I remember meeting y'all, and I remember meeting the whole entire family.
I think it was their. Wasn't it like their finale or something, like season?
No, I think it was for like the For Your Consideration.
For Your Consideration, that's what it was.
It was the Emmys.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, because that was the year that she got her Emmy. Yeah, that's how.
But she was so pleasant, and my wife. Hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. My wife was a little starstruck.
She has that effect on people. She has that effect on people.
Just a little bit.
But the beautiful thing about my mother is that, like, she's a kind, genuine human being. While she might have the Emmy, she might have all these accolades, she has a genuine love for people.
And whatever smoothie she takes on the daily, I need, because she looked like she going on 25.
Yo, man, she's starting to eat better. I'm still trying to get her to do the yoga. But, she always says it's by living good and being kind to as many people, because it relieves the stress.
That part. So let's talk about positioning and purpose. Take me behind the mountain. This is what I usually say to my guests. Take me behind the mountain, like I'm Dr. Phil. Take me behind the mountain because
Dr. Lefty.
Yeah, Dr. Lefty, right? It could not have been easy to follow behind Mom. Right, it could not have been easy. What were some of those rooms like to walk in that room? Were you nervous? Were you scared?
So it's funny. Like, I spent a lot of time with my mother, especially during like high school, college. And I like to think that it was us making up time for the times that we weren't able to spend with each other. Because in those formative years, she was traveling a lot. After Moesha, she did a lot more speaking engagements. And so in that brief period of time from the 5th grade to the 8th grade, she had just divorced my dad. So, in those times, I was just trying to figure it out, and I was bad in school. But I always saw my mom as like the shining example of an amazing entertainer, but someone who really worked hard for what she's achieved right now, through all the obstacles, right? But I've always been inspired. I've always been inspired by what she's been able to accomplish, because she she is always a student, right? And she is so specific and serious about her craft. It's funny that you just had Pooch Hall on in your chair. I remember going with her to that audition for Ray Donovan.
What?
And I remember, it was a dry season. It was a very dry season for her. She was trying to get that next job, and I could see how stressed my mom was. And I tried to, crack a joke, and she was dead ass. She was like, "Stop joking around. I gotta I gotta get this audition right." And I remember, I'll never forget that. That stuck in my head forever because it reminded me if I want to be great, I have to take it seriously. I got to be laser focused. For me, focus was always it was always difficult because of my ADHD. But now I've been able to manage it. But to your question, I've never had to follow in her footsteps. She always allowed me to make my own. And even as an actor, she could be the blueprint, but I have to be the one to build the house.
Now that's real. Or you could follow, the blueprint, but batteries are sold separately.
Yeah.
And you have done just that, because talk to us about your character in the movie that's getting ready to come out.
Yeah. So I'm in a movie called Fake Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. It's starring myself and Kiki Lane. And this story is about second chances and finding your own family. Kiki Lane plays a beloved college teacher who unfortunately doesn't have the opportunity to be with her mom for the holidays. And when she goes to the supermarket, she has this little love quarrel, or she thinks in her head, and she ends up having to go to the hospital with a brother that falls on a patch of ice and pretending to be this man's girlfriend. Uh-oh. And then I come in as the doctor who has to patch up her boyfriend, and you find out in the film that I am her ex-boyfriend. So it's a beautiful, corny, lovely Christmas movie. Yeah. And my first one that I did last year, it was called Mistletoe and Matrimony. So I'm being put in a lot of these Christmas movies. Everybody in my family calls me Christmas King. Okay. And if I get the opportunity to act, I'm gonna take it.
Let's play a game with you real quick. I didn't get a chance to play with Pooch, but I'll play it with you, and I play with most of my guests. Top 5. You could either give me your top 5. It's like almost like my Avengers or my segment, kind of like who's your go-to. They never will. If I got these people, I don't lose. Or it could be sports, or it could be influential people.
Acting: Lorenz Tate, Omar Epps, Kadeem Hardison. I would say Tristan McWilds, and just for the OGs, Denzel Washington, because he's the greatest.
Yeah, he's
the greatest.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, and then to even take it a step further, because I saw him last night, Glenn Turman.
Okay,
Glenn Turman,
who is always pleasant with me and my family when I see him. Great man. So much so, my daughter was like starstruck, because she's in her second year of college, and she's just now discovering everybody's show that we all loved.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah,
how
different world.
Streaming platforms allows people to go into the archives and be like, oh my God, that's so and so.
Yeah. Shout out to Kiara. I'm wearing her brand today. Don't I have a say?
Come on. It's fire. I like the colors.
Appreciate it. And she was I was like, excuse me. He's like, hey, how are you, Lefty? I said, cute. My daughter would like to take a picture with you, please. You know what I mean?
I respect what you've built and how you've carried this legacy with your family, which is exactly what my mother has done with me.
It's not always easy, though.
Of course not.
Because sometimes the people who follow, it's not that they don't want to follow, they don't always see the vision. Yeah. And in the entertainment space, you're treading on thin ice, and you have to protect your family, right? You have to.
Family comes first.
Yeah, the energy, to this, to that, so much has to be right. But I'm grateful because they're handling it with such grace.
Yeah.
And I don't often get a chance to sit back and peek through the rearview mirror and say, that's pretty cool. You know, I'm learning to do it a whole lot more now, especially with the new announcement of my son's show, Stranger Things, the animation.
Come on
the
now.
Lucas character. Yeah.
Let's go.
And so I just watching that whole process, because we just finished, like, you know, animation takes a while.
Of course.
We've been filming. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say where we're at.
A long time.
But a long time.
A long time.
And then to watch it come out, it was just kind of like, cool.
I could tell you're a proud dad.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud.
Yeah, man.
Talk to us about your organization.
Yeah, man. WalkGood LA. We've been doing this work for the last 5 years. Started June 13th, 2020, after the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor. I literally texted everybody in my phone, and I said, hey, we're going to protest. We're going to be outside. We're going to meet at LA High Memorial Park. And I got my cousin, and just intuitively, I was like, yo, let's do like a little meditation. Let's do this little yoga thing. She just got let go from this yoga studio. And I was like, we should do something that gets people to just rest their mind and their body before we go out into the streets. And so from there, our community grew. We protest 10 weeks straight. And through the protests, we then did yoga in the park. So we'd protest on Saturday, and then we do yoga on Sunday. And then when people didn't want to protest anymore, people wanted to come to the yoga classes. So we had, 35 people, 35 turned to 50, 50 turned to 100, 100 turned to 200. Now we have, on average, 400 to 500 people in the park. Black and brown folks doing yoga in the park.
Wow.
So we built this community for the last 5 years with the help of Michael B. Jordan and Propel Fitness Water. Now we have our own studio space, the WalkGood Yard, and that's where we host all of our mindfulness workshops, yoga classes, Monday to Monday, 7 days a week.
Wow.
You can come and pull up and get your yoga on, get your Zen on. But also we have a comedy show every month that we do called Laugh Good. We just finished up doing our film festival. It's the Film and Wellness Festival. It's called Film Good. It's the only film and wellness festival that exists. We had Morgan Cooper, who's a good friend of mine, creator of Bel Air, Ramla Muhammad, creator of Reasonable Doubt, Denise Davis, Issa Rae's producer for Insecure and One of Them Days. So really, I brought my community together just to offer resources and tools and knowledge. And in between each session, I do a little breath work class. We even had a wellness session with my good brother Chester Gregory, really just to not only inspire, just to restore people's spirits right now, because everybody's spirits and their energy are really low. And I know that we can overcome that through our breath, through our ability to heal, but also through our ability to create. Because a lot of times, you know, we out here in the field, and some of us feel depleted. Some of us feel like we can't go to that next job or do that next audition, or when you complete that next project, you just feel like you gave it your all and you have nothing left to give. But know that there's a community right behind you that's trying to create with you. You ain't gotta fake it to make it. You know, you just gotta make it.
You just gotta make it.
You know,
just gotta make it.
Don't fake it, make it.
What is the one thing that you really are really proud of with starting an organization like that?
Man, I'm proud that I was able to do this with my family. You know, my co-founders, my sister Ivy Coco, and my cousin Namaste Marley Ray. I'm proud that we're doing this as a family. Walk Good actually comes from a Jamaican saying that my grandmother would always tell me. She'd be like, "Walk good, Etienne." And so that's where the saying comes from. And after I graduated college, that term always stuck with me. And then I branded it as my production company. And then 5 years later, after graduating from college, WalkGood LA became the nonprofit arm to WalkGood Productions.
Man, somebody came from some good stable.
Yeah, man. I mean,
somebody was listening.
Anybody that always comes to me and asks me, like, how do you start a brand? How do you start a business? I always tell them, man, make sure you're able to tell the story. Tell the story behind the brand. I always tell people, man, if you can't tell the story, it has no intention. You know, because then you're not able to pick the dots. Like, literally, I just told you for verbatim how the idea came and what inspired me to start it, and how I was able to make an impact through that brand. That's what moves me, and that's what I'm most proud of.
We took my daughter's brand, Don't I Have a Say, came from her being bullied in middle school and feeling like that she just didn't have a say. No one was doing anything about it. And from a standpoint of administratively, not just that, there was different things that was looking different in school, and she was trying to figure out where does she fit in, where does she, well, do I have a say? And I said, not only do you have a say, you have a brand.
And you got a voice.
And you have and that she does, because she sings. And we got with Marvin Winans Jr. and recorded the record, Don't I Have a Say, that she wrote.
Come on now.
And then and then shot the music video. So you're talking about storytelling and having this, like all of it all. I can relate to what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
And
And it's beautiful too with this community that we built. It really offers a space for people of color to just be vulnerable and just be themselves through movement and creation. We're the only creative wellness studio in Mid-City here in Los Angeles. And it's really inspiring just to see how many people have come and their lives have just been changed just by showing up. You know, one of the most beautiful things about the community that we built is the fact that I am now building this community that I wish I had when I was young. You know, I've talked about this often. I'm actually celebrating 12 years of being sober.
Man, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Congrats.
You know, I dealt with substance abuse very young, you know, when I was 16, 17 years old, and LA was a very different place, you know, and because my mom was always not at home, it gave me a space to just kind of wild out. And those bad habits really caught up to me all the way up to college, and it started to become an issue. And when these traumatic experiences that would happen to me, from, you know, losing my grandfather at an early age, to losing my best friend, I think I didn't have any healthy ways to manage the anxiety and the stress of how to deal with that loss. And I could wholeheartedly say if I had a WalkGood in my life during those times, I wouldn't have made those decisions that I made back then. But I could also say, like, dang, if those situations didn't happen, it wouldn't inspire me to build WalkGood.
I think, you know, it may not be God sent, but it will be God used. I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Always.
We don't always understand it, but it always works out for the next chapter, like what we're supposed to be doing.
Me being in this chair with you is divine.
Nah, it's dope.
You know?
Nah, it's dope.
It's
I appreciate
divine.
it. When you hear the word persistence, I want to play 3-word games with you. Tell me how you define them. Persistence.
It's funny you say that. I've been thinking about this saying all day. Consistency is the currency of credibility.
Look into that camera right there, because this is definitely, remind me, guys, this is definitely gonna be a clip.
Consistency is the currency of credibility. If you are consistent in whatever you do, people are going to trust you. If you do it with intention, you are going to make an impact. And I believe because I was consistent with building programs at WalkGood, it led me back to my passion to being an actor. I almost was gonna give up. If God was gonna tell me that WalkGood was gonna be my life, and that was that, I would have been completely fine with it.
Wow.
But right when I said, maybe this isn't for me, I get a call from my manager and tells me, hey, you got an offer to be on an HBO Max Christmas movie.
Wow.
I'm gonna take it. And now, because I was able to do my best, I showed up, I was consistent, I got brought back to do my second Christmas movie on HBO Max.
That's
so
good.
if you're consistent, you will always be brought to your calling.
Be able to persevere. Next word. Positioning.
Positioning. Ooh. Got to know how to play the field. As a basketball player, I played basketball in high school. I was, we was like D3. I'm not gonna front. So, I'm a 5'10". So they got me playing center. I don't want to play center, but I could dominate. I could be in the post, but I could also, put me a small forward. I'll shoot the three. Being able to play the field and play all the positions. You got to be able to be malleable. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And last but definitely not least, purpose.
Purpose. Purpose is divine. Purpose is divine. What is for you will never miss you. I think the work that I'm doing right now, it's all on purpose. It was not by mistake. This was by design. When I think of the community that we're building, it's revolutionary. Nobody is diving deeper into the intersection of wellness and creation.
At all.
Nobody's thinking about filmmaking and wellness. It's usually never in the same conversation.
Right.
But we changed that. WalkGood changed that. We're showing people what is possible. And I'm proud of that.
You should be.
I'm proud of that.
I mean, you should be. I'll tell you who else is proud. Your mom is proud.
Yeah, my mom is proud. My grandparents up in heaven, they're proud.
Part. Yeah.
This was a way for me to actually heal through my grief. When I talked about my bout with substance abuse, I didn't know how to grieve in a healthy way.
Right.
And now, pain, death, inescapable. But I know that I could face it head on. I know that I could hold space for others when they're dealing with that pain, when they're dealing with that loss because of what I went through at such an early age. I think it's because my vulnerability made me stronger.
I think it did, for sure.
Yeah, and you got to be able to face your feelings.
Someone's listening to this show and watching the show, and they're saying, I'm in the middle of what you just came out of, right? They're feeling the weight they're feeling the WEIGHT of the WAIT. They're waiting on someone to help them. But in the middle of that, they're feeling the crushing, the heaviness of the weight.
Yeah.
That's your camera. What do you say to them?
Stop thinking. Start feeling. When you think, it blocks your ability to feel which way to go, which way to navigate. Now, I'm not saying don't think, but pay more attention to how you feel. Tap into your emotions. It's going to be your intuition that's going to guide you towards your purpose. It's funny, my mom, she would always tell me about how her father always told her to write on a piece of paper and write think. But I can only imagine how she would have grown into a different person if she was encouraged to write feel. Because
that's strong.
A lot of the times you can think yourself into anxiety and you have no way out. But if you feel with your heart, that will always guide you to where you're supposed to be. For instance, when you cry, you could pinpoint every single time you cried because it's attached to how you felt in that moment. You can't remember everything you thought about, but you can remember how you felt in a specific moment. And so I would encourage anybody who's watching this to feel.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Your mom wins an Emmy. How did it make you feel? And a dumb question, follow-up question. Do you have any aspirations to stepping on that stage one day?
One day, God willing, of course. But it's funny that you even asked that question. I haven't spoken about this specific experience before. But when she won that Emmy, it was literally like my sister and I's manifestation come true. Because usually anybody who's an actor, if they have dreams and aspirations of being the greatest, they see themselves on that stage.
Yeah.
But I would always envision my mother on that stage. Always. From ever since I was a kid, when I'd see everybody win an Emmy, win an Oscar, my sister and I would always say, Mommy should be up there. So when Amy Poehler said her name, my sister and I went crazy. That was the first video that ever went viral for me. When I videotaped when she won the Emmy in real time. And I just never forget, like, our minds were just blown. But it was also a trip. I kept thinking to myself, wow, that idea, that dream that I had from my mom literally came true on that night. But it was beautiful to experience that just as a family. Most of the time, the winner might celebrate it with their +1, but my mom got to celebrate it with her husband, her manager, her publicist, and her kids. And we got to do that night as a family. We got to celebrate her as a family. And that would be a night that I'll never forget. But I know my day is coming because I envision me being on that stage soon, too.
That's good. And it should. First of all, I love legacy. We have a part of our brand within our company is Williams Legacy. Always pushing legacy. Started with my grandfather, the late Thomas Williams, one of the greatest men I've ever known in my entire life. Not because he was perfect, but my grandfather literally shared the do nots with me. That version of him that, like, probably most people don't share, where the bones are buried. Where my grandfather would not only show me that, but he would tell me, like, you know, the spiritual side of it. Listen, here's what you need. Make sure you this, that. My grandfather was like a walking encyclopedia when it came to the word. And for me, I think about legacy often. Not because I'm getting older in numbers, but because when you start building things of consequence, right? When I was younger, it was just me. It was about what I want to do and this, that, that. Then I got married. Then I had a family. You know, so
you were growing.
Yeah.
I heard somebody just say, you know, you should dream. You should grow, but your dream should grow with you.
That part.
You know, your dreams are always going to change. But you know, when I was a child, I wasn't dreaming about being a dad.
Right.
But now, as I just got married, you know, I see myself as a dad.
Yeah, that's good.
You want different things for yourself in life, but also you have to build your community. You know, because a lot of brothers my age, they ain't getting married.
Listen,
they ain't having kids.
Listen,
you know,
I got married at 23.
Wow,
I was very young.
Yeah,
and if I can get in a DeLorean and go back in time, I would say, listen, the right person at the wrong time is the wrong person.
That's right.
Now, I married above my pay grade. Let me put a disclaimer on that.
And I hope you're not saying that because she's in the room with you.
No, I say this all the time. In fact, I've known my wife since I was 10. She was 8.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
How
beautiful that is.
No, that journey was beautiful. But let me tell you something. I am everything I am because of my wife. Yeah. We just celebrated 20 years married.
Hey, God bless y'all.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
When was your anniversary?
September 19th.
September 19th.
Yeah, so we dated in college. We broke up for 3 years. Didn't speak, didn't talk. You know, that was it. And then I was playing in Japan. Sat down, came back from a game, was in my room. She came across my mind. And then I didn't know that on the other side of the world, that God was doing something in her mind. And then that we got together. 9 months later, we got married.
That's God.
And that was 20 years ago.
Wow.
But I said the right person at the wrong time is still the wrong person, because you should never want anything out of season. Yeah. You wouldn't drink milk after its expiration date. You wouldn't eat bread after its expiration date. You know, you wouldn't open a pack of chicken, right, without its expiration date. You wouldn't grab avocado
if it was dark.
You get what I'm
black.
saying?
You ain't no black avocado.
So everything in its season is important, not just for my sake, but for her sake. And I think that my wife had a lot of grace. I think I had grace too, but it molded and it did what it was supposed to do. And it's just like we finishing each other's sentences. I can tell you what she's thinking.
Attached to the hip.
It's I could say something and she'll just start laughing Because she knows. Yeah, she knows that's what she
they
was
all
thinking.
know.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They always know.
You know,
Wife always knows.
Always. Happy wife, happy life. But she'll say, when the hubby's glad, you got to say it louder for the listeners. Life ain't so bad. There you go.
I love that one. I haven't heard that one before.
You got to use it.
Yeah, my uncle, he says, happy spouse, happy house.
Well, I mean, that works too.
That works too.
But, when the hubby's glad, life ain't so bad. Yeah, that part. Take that one with you. And take that one with you too. Listen, thank you so much for joining me on the show. I really appreciate you. We definitely got to have you back. I'm trying to think of what type of segment can we do. Let's talk about that offline. And then just because the energy is just so dope. And I think that
you got to come to WalkGood. You got to come see our studio.
Man, the whole fam got to come through. What you mean, everybody?
Yeah, we do a Black men's healing circle called You Good.
That part.
You Good can mean so many different things amongst Black men. But You Good is a check-in. We do journaling. We and it's dope just to have brothers come together doing sound baths, doing wellness experiences, things that not many brothers would be known for doing. But it's definitely a vibe.
That's something that's needed, and that's something that I know for a fact that we're gonna pull up. But definitely for me, for my well-being,
we need it.
You know what I'm saying? It's something that's dope. Listen, I don't care where you are in your life. I don't care what it is that you're going through. I want you to know that you can make it, that you can hold on. I don't care whether it's you struggling with an addiction, whether you're struggling with trying to get your next audition, trying to make a team, just got let go from a job. All things work together for your good, right? It's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. Let's just have an attitude of gratitude. Let's have a mindset of being grateful, of being thankful, of keep going, keep pushing. You have to be like the racehorse. Put those blinders on. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Look forward and keep pushing with purpose. You have to. It's the only way to go. A delay is not a denial. Your door, you don't need everybody key. When I go to my car, I don't go to my car with his key or anybody else's key because it won't open my door. All you need is your key. And I promise you, you just keep going. And when you land to the door will open because the key that you have will pick that lock. That's it for today's episode of The Art of Rebounding. Remember, the fall isn't what defines you. It's how you rise that writes your legacy. Whether you're rebounding from a loss, recentering your purpose, or just learning how to stand again, know this. You're not alone. You were never alone. You were made for more, and you were built to bounce back. Until next time, keep showing up, keep positioning yourself, keep pushing with purpose because your rebound is not just coming, it's already in motion. Follow me on social media at The Art of Rebounding. And if you want to follow me personally on my personal page, it's Lefty Williams 42. And if you want to follow Brother Maurice, it's
WalkGood Etienne, WalkGood LA, everything WalkGood.
That part. Special prayers out to Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica. My wife loves Jamaica.
It's a special place.
She loves Jamaica. Not that I don't. It's just she loves curry chicken
and oxtail. I mean, you love the food. Yeah. Come on.
No, yeah. I love the food, but I'm not the curry. She won't even cook it with me in the house. We could talk about that offline. I'm interrupting the close, but I love Jamaica, and she loves it way more than me. Shout out to Jamaica. You can follow us. I love to hear more about your comebacks. I want to hear how you were able to bounce back. Things can happen for you when you dig within yourself to push yourself. You'll be surprised just how far you can go. Until next time, dare to dream. Life throws shots that don't always drop, but that's why we rebound. That's the art of rebounding. And today's show is brought to you by Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen, makers of incredible small batch hot sauces. These aren't just bottles of heat. They're crafted with depth. Think smoky chipotle, bright citrus, layered with chili flavors. The kind of spark that transforms an ordinary meal into something unforgettable. I've been putting Creative Fire sauces on everything: eggs, tacos, soups, marinades, and every time it delivers that extra edge. Just like grabbing a rebound, it changes the momentum. So if you're ready to bring that flavor into your own kitchen or need the perfect gift for someone else, Head on over to CreativeFireKillinandKitchen.com or follow them at Creative Fire Killing and Kitchen. Don't sleep on their amazing gift sets either. They're a slam dunk. Because at Creative Fire Killing and Kitchen, all good things come from earth, fire, and water. Creator Fire Hot Sauce. Fuel your flavor, feed your fire, and rebound with something bold.